It's
All right.
just the list and swapping camera, like camera 1 and 4. Those are the only 2 cameras that we have for the distance events.
All right, so we're going to have the hurdles up next. All right, we are back on, getting ready for the hurdles finals. So we have our starter walking down now. What started out as a windy, cold, cloudy day has turned into a beautiful sunny blue sky day. Of course, don't want to jinx that, but this feels a lot nicer than it was this morning. As it's nearly 1 o'clock now. So for our hurdles finals for the girls, it's going to be Oulette of Campbell, Schreiner of Wyndham, Waters of Epping, Millie of Pelham, our favorite, Navratil of Wyndham, Brown of Pembroke, Bristol of Sanborn, and Markey of Sanborn. As we get ready to go for the finals, real quick, want to give a huge thank you to our sponsors, Alternative Sales, Restaurant Equipment and Design, one of the largest selections of certified new, pre-owned, and reconditioned restaurant and food service equipment on display under one roof in all of New England. If you're looking for restaurant and food service equipment, anything from new to pre-owned to reconditioned, then they're the place to go. They've got a huge selection of it there. And then, of course, Lever, huge help to us. You can use code NHXCTF for 15% off select items on Lever's website. In part, they'll contribute to us to help us continue to do these meets for you guys and have all the coverage we provide. They are a great system. Look it up. It's really cool how it works to give you easier running, safer training, which you can use right on your treadmill at home. And then Marathon Sports, you know all of them at this point. They're just the best. They have plenty of shoes, running equipment, anything you could want. And they sponsor all of our meets, so huge thanks to them. They are the best. All right, so now we are ready to go for our hurdles finals. So watch lane 4 for Millie. Pretty much the first big invite of the year, as these girls try to put up some good times that will last the rest of the season, or just get their season kicked off. Great spot to get a preview for some state championships. I do believe the D3 championships are held here. So the starter seems about ready to go.
You are missing your pink iPhone. If you're missing your pink iPhone, please find it at the clerking tent.
All right, here we go. The gun is up. Girls are getting the blocks. And they are away. So early on, Millie is in front. That's Ava Millie of Pelham. She's got a great gap on everyone else. Right now, it looks like Schreiner maybe is in second place. They're all chasing down Millie, though. Navratil now moves into second. Navratil, then Schreiner. So the Wyndham girls go 2-3. But it's Ava Millie with a dominant win there. Takes the win. So it looks like it's going to be 1580 for Millie. Navratil 17.29, Schreiner 17.38, Waters 17.5, Brown 17.59, Ouellette 17.91, Markey 17.92, and Bristol 18.43. As they adjust the hurdles for the boys to get ready for their finals, adjust both the location and the height. The boys run a 110 hurdles. So Millie is obviously an in to watch this year for the hurdles. That senior from Pelham. Very strong performance today, both in the prelims and the finals. So heading to the boys' finals, it's going to be Calderon Rios of Lebanon, Politon of Somersworth, Gonzalez of Sanborn, Savoy of Hillsborough Deering, Gouledge of Lebanon, Moreau of Wyndham, Hawkins of Pembroke, and Gornacia of Wyndham. So top seed here is really up for grabs. Savoy had the fastest time in the prelims, but Gouledge was right behind him. .04 separates those two. They're at 16.72 and 16.76 entering this, though Gonzalez is also right there at 16.99. Those three guys are the only ones who have broken 17 in the prelims. So we got a white flag. Seems things are ready to go at the finish line. Make sure all the hurdles are out. Looks like they're about there. So watch for lanes 3, 4, and 5. All right, seems the gun is up and they're getting to the blocks now. And there we go. Looks like right now it is Gonzalez in front by quite a ways, actually. Gonzalez over Moreau. And Gonzalez takes it. So definitely an upset in those finals. Good run for him. He's going to run 16.43, so way faster in his prelim. And then Moreau 16.87, Savoy 17.52, Cornacia 17.91, Calderon Rios 17.93, Hawkins 18.02, Politon 18.61, and Gulej, I believe, did not start. All right, so now we're on to the girls' 100 final. We got Rains of Kearsarge, Lucas of Merrimack Valley, Wamberg of PCA, Huddy of Goffstown, Faria of Kearsarge, Bristol of Sanborn, Kwaizi of Merrimack Valley, and Lorenz of John Stark. All right, so now seems the starter's trying to get things ready to go. We got a white flag up. And they're jumping, getting into their blocks.
Exactly, but that gives me like enough to not do it. Are you telling it?
Brennan Ziegler to the shot put finals. Brennan Ziegler, shot put finals.
And they are away. So it looks like Faria has the lead. And Lucas on the inside, but Faria's trying to hang on. She got a challenge as well from out of Goffstown Huddy, but Faria all the way to the line. I think it was Faria, then Lucas. Although, oh no, Lucas got on the line. Oh my goodness. I did not see that one coming. It looked like Faria was in front, but Lucas in lane 2 had it. 13.35. Then Faria was in second place at 13.38. Huddy 13.42. Really close final there. Rains 13.76. Wamberg 13.9. Bristol 13.93. Kwaizi 14.06. And Lorenz 14.16. And that's why they don't use me as the official head timer, because I would get that wrong. Congratulations, Jada Lucas. Merrimack Valley. Well, Lucas was the top seed coming into the meet today. I believe her prelim had a bit of wind, so that may have been why she was a lower seed in the finals.
No, top towel. What you got? No, you don't. Yes, I do. No, you don't. Yeah. You don't have more than that.
Yes, I do.
You have 571.
I have like 577. Oh, I do have 579.
Oh, do you? Hell yeah.
571, 424.
That's what's up.
Oh, fuck, I got something.
It's down to the boys. It's Velez Bogus of Milford, Nwabis of Pelham, Forna of Pelham, Pettingill of Milford, Scully of Kingswood, Tersolo of Sanborn, Pettingill of Milford, and Stanley of PCA, and they're about ready to go. In the blocks, they're up. And it looks like so far Pettingill and then maybe Nwabis and Pettingill. Who's going to get it? I think Pettingill made the move at the end. It was Nwabis for a while, but Pettingill takes a tumble at the end, but I think he's going to be okay with that because he won the race. Hope he's all right. And Pettingill got it 11.39 to Nwabis in 11.42. Then Forna 11.78. Scully 11.8, Tersolo 11.91, Pettingill 11.99, Velez Bogus 12.14. That was a great final with a comeback there at the end for Pettingill getting the win over Nwabis. Hopefully he's okay after his stumble. We got our interviewer Shelly Smith there getting him for an interview. And now we're going to have the girls' mile up next, which contains the New England cross-country champion Maddie Lane, making her first New Hampshire track and field race of the year, as she did not compete indoor. However, she did run at indoor nationals.
You guys have a good spot here.
In the mile and 2 mile, I believe.
Yeah, I like the long seats.
So we're going to have Lane of Hopkinton, Emerson of Hopkinton, Unger of Raymond, Guadongo of Hopkinton, Thurlow of Sanborn, Flanagan of Campbell, Stalker of Sanborn, Sixton of Milford, Mahoney of Wyndham, Davis of Kingswood, McDonald of Goffstown, Perks of Wyndham, Cintron of Monadnock, Barlow of Sanborn, Johnson of PCA, and Bordenaro of Pelham. So pretty full heat here. So I imagine Lane's going to be attacking that sub-5 mile mark. Already saw this year Makita Berry put up a 4:55. So that's going to be 75 seconds per lap. C times 5:05, I believe. There we go. So it's Lane and Emerson jumping out to the lead.
Perfect. That was beautiful.
And they are charging away from this field. Unsurprising. And we're going to come through 200 right around 34 seconds. So Lane's definitely going after it right now. Well, I'd say her specialty is the 5K. So this is going to be like a sprint for her. She's already putting the gap on her teammate Emerson, who has a giant gap on the rest of the field. We're at 1 minute on the clock right now. It's going to be a very hot start. Looks like going to be right around 110. So that's on pace for a 4:40. Rest of the pack right here looks like it's going to be Thurlow leading the pack through. They're just over 120. I think Stalker's right with her as well. But it's Lane in front. Emerson in second place. So Lane's going to come through 600 and 147. She's on pace right now for a 445, somewhere in that realm.
The girls 1600. We need a final call for all girls competing in the 4x100 meter relay.
Yeah.
Girls 4x1 relay.
Just like that, we're going to be on the home stretch, approaching halfway through this race. So Lane now with a massive lead. And of course, she's not worried about just winning the race. She wants to put up a good time, too. So she'll be just above 224, so around 226. That's 452 pace. See how well she can close. Emerson's going to be right around 238. That's 516 pace. Thurlow looks pretty strong right now. Closing down Emerson a bit. She's 244. Stalker's going to be 246. Unger's right there at 250. But it's Lane still flying down the backstretch, far away from this field. Well, usually it's a pretty good year if you can see one New Hampshire girl under 5 minutes in the mile. But you might, well, we're probably going to see 3 this year. So Lane right now is at 3:21 on the clock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still in that sub 5 pace. Chasing the #1 time of the year so far. 3:35 on the clock. So let's see what kind of kick she has. 3:41 right there. She is on pace to go under 4:55. Here's Emerson. Built a bit of a gap into second place. Started to close down a bit, but she's 4:04 right there, right around 5:27 pace as Thurlow comes through now with her teammate stalking her. And Lane charges down the back stretch. She's going to come through with 200 to go right there. 4:20 on the clock. So it should be sub 5. Here comes the finish for the New England champ. Charges down the stretch. She's 4:42 on the clock. It's Maddie Lane.
Imagine if she gets sub 5.
All the way to the line. 4:51, 4:52, 4:53, 4:54. That's going to be right in the border of a top time of the year so far across the state. Great run there. All alone, too. Now here's Emerson in second place, comfortably by herself. 5:17 on the clock now, going to be just above 5:20. Emerson 5:26. Thurlow is going to run about 5:33. Then that's Stalker running 5:39. 6 and 5:43. Unger. So overall it's 4:55.75 for Maddie Lane. Emerson 5:26.31. Thurlow 5:32.09. Stalker 5:39 flat. 6 and 5:42.58. Unger 5:43.64. Mahoney 5:49.09. Flanagan 5:51.21. Cintron 5:51.36. Davis 5:51.40. Barlow 5:53.54. Guadagno 5:53.75, McDonald 5:54.23, Perks 5:58.59, Johnson 6:03.68, and Bordenaro 6:18.50. Now on the track is the boys 1600. It's Goupil of Hopkinton, Jeff Roy of Merrimack Valley, Brunges of Monadnock, Kirby of Milford, McCann of Goffstown, Hill of Newmarket, Patrick of Newmarket, Friccione of Wyndham, Vizina of Conan, James of PCA, Page of Lebanon, Licata of Derryfield, Christie of Lebanon, Kovar of Hopkinton, Bond of Newport, and Jarquette of Milford. Right, so Goupil is the top seed at 4:41. He's got about 11 seconds up on Jeff Roy, sorry. You got 4 guys here under 5 minutes. All right, final instructions from the starter. Everybody ready to go. So I'd say Goupil's looking at running around probably 70 seconds per lap. I imagine he's going to try to take it by himself. Gets out to the lead, but doesn't seem to be in any panic. So Max Goupil of Hopkinton trying to make it a sweep for the miles for Hopkinton. And it looks like Brunges of Monadnock is going with him. So unafraid to make it a race. Love to see that. But I'm sure he won't be afraid to let Goupil lead the race. Kind of sit right behind him. So he's playing it smart so far. Out to a pretty hot start. Honestly, they're pacing it pretty well. 69 through the first lap. If I was trying to run right around 440 or maybe a little bit under, that's what I would try and run for my first lap. That's a great spot to be in. Brun just trying to hold on. He's letting the small gap form. Once you let that gap form, that can be trouble. As Goupil's now going to try to extend that lead in the backstretch. He looks pretty solid. The rest of the pack is marking up behind them. We've got Kirby and Patrick leading that chase pack. But it is Max Goupil in the lead. Trying to break 440. He comes in the home stretch, having extended that lead. And now he's all alone, trying to pace this. He's going to end up running maybe a 70 or so on that lap. That's just fine. He's 2:19 right there. Brunges is not far back. Then it's Kirby. Then it's Patrick. And it's everyone else. So Goupil now enters his third lap. Always the hardest in the mile. You gotta stay focused, keep your eye on the end goal, as we see a little bit of a wave happening on the infield among some fans. And now we're gonna have 1,000 meters into the race, 2:55 right there, that's perfect. He's running a good one right now. Brunges is not terribly far back, but the pack is closing on him with Kirby leading that pack. now here comes Goupil. He's run it well so far. You'll want to be 3:30 at the bell if you're going to try to break 4:40. What kind of kick does he have? Enters the final lap. He's going to hit the bell at 3:30 high, maybe 3:31. He's got a shot at it. His seat time's 4:41, so even at that, he's got a chance to beat his seat time. Burgess is going to be 3:40. Then it looks like moving into the lead. Well, sorry, moving into third place. That's going to be Jeff Roy of Merrimack Valley. It's all Max Goupil right now, leading the race. Leading the race the whole way. 4:07 on the clock. He's really got to close now. He's a 33 to break 4:40. And now heading towards the home stretch. He's got 4:25 on the clock. Max Goupil of Hopkinton. Kicks all the way to line.
And boys, 400. Girls
440, 441, 442. Brunges trying to hold on over Jeff Roy. Brunges is going to do it. Awesome finish there. So it's Goupil in 4:43.38. Then Brunges in 4:53.63. Jeff Roy 4:54.40. Licata 4:56.41. Patrick 4:58.49. Vizina 5 flat.14. Kirby 5:01.44. Friccione 5:01.84. Kovar 5:03.85. James 5:04.21. Page 5:06.32. Crispy 5:16.66. Hill 5:22.83. Jacquette 5:29.81. McCann 5:30.74. And Vaughn 5:32.12. Now we head to the 4x1. After 2 blowout miles. Hopkinton blowouts at that. Gonna have 3 heats to this girls 4x1. This will be our first race in, I think, 3 hours that is not either on the 100-meter stretch or a mile. So it looks like in this heat we've got Timberlane, Pelham, and Conan.
Oh, is it really floating?
Looks like Pelham's out to a good start. Making that stagger on Conan. Good handoff. From what I can tell, at least. Pelham's trying to build their lead. Pelham extending it. All 3 legs so far have been the fastest of the race. Now we have our final exchange coming up. Another good handoff. Pelham well in the lead over Conan. Timberlane. Could be a good battle for second. So here we go. Pelham comes to the line. Gonna take the win in the first heat. Under 60 seconds. Actually, all his games will be under 60, it looks like. Now we head to heat 2. Well, actually, after that, 58.14 for Pelham, 59.84 for Conan, and actually 1 flat.07 for Timberlane. So our second heat is going to contain, it's like 6 teams, 5 teams. It's going to be Kearsarge, Epping, Campbell, Derryfield, Trinity, and Hillsborough Deering. It is 17. Okay. Or 16s. Much larger heat this time. Celebration happening below for a sub 5 mile. Looks pretty cool. Love to see that. Now here we go. Looks like on the inside, Kearsarge making up the gap pretty early. Good sprinters. I wouldn't be surprised to see them in the seat. Now it looks like, is that going to be Campbell making up that stagger? Actually, ooh, tough handoff there. Hard to tell who our leader is right now. It might be Derryfield. I think it is Derryfield. We're trying to hang on, but Campbell now takes the lead back. Trinity's trying to put themselves in it, but it is going to be Campbell over Trinity, then Derryfield. Great final stretch there. Very exciting finish. So it's Campbell in 56.29, Trinity 56.61, Derryfield 56.84. And Kearsarge 57.74, Epping 58.3, Hillsborough Deering 59.74. So everyone under 60 seconds. Now for our third and final heat. Time to beat 56.29. We got, coming up in a second. Kingswood, Pelham, Milford, Merrimack Valley, Plymouth, Sanborn, Newmarket, and PCA. So we got a couple B teams in the earlier heats. All right, so we'll wait and see how it all spreads out. All starting staggers. Looks like for who's moving on the outside first, maybe Newmarket and PCA got some good handoffs there. But everything can change over these next two legs. Looks like PCA on the outside is looking pretty strong. I would say in lane 6, Sanborn also looks pretty good. See who moves first. It looks like it is still PCA, but perhaps we have, maybe on the inside, Merrimack Valley and Plymouth. It's Merrimack Valley and Plymouth, and Merrimack Valley is going to go all the way. Now, no surprises that Merrimack Valley won that one, considering they had their stud anchor, Jada Lucas, who won the 100-meter finals on the anchor there. They were 53.61 to take the win. 54.03 for PCA, 54.12 for Plymouth. Sanborn 54.39, Pelham 55.10, Newmarket 55.19, Milford 56.37, and Kingswood 58.22. So now to the boys. We're going to have, looks like, 3 heats. So same as the girls. Everyone's getting into place. good to go. We have Conan, Trinity, PCA, Bishop Brady, Epping, Timberlane, and Kearsarge.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's just like naturally. Like,
See in the orange, our wonderful block holder, Davio DeLuca. Taking some photos and videos for the Instagram and the cross country today, track and field. The first boys' heat is off. Looks like it's going to be Trinity with a good start, maybe on lane 2. And also on the outside,
A few
Timberlane.
reminders, we do still have a few t-shirts left. The t-shirts left at the white tent next to the gate. Entrance of the
So
track.
Timberlane's in a great spot right now.
Senior class.
So Timberlane continues to lead.
Sanborn football boosters
Coming down the home stretch.
stopped and ready to be here.
They've got Trinity on the inside to watch for, and Trinity's trying to make a move. Close finish. I think Trinity got it there.
no, I think that it
Nice finish. So Trinity 48.72, Timberlane 48.81, Bishop Brady 49.69, Epping 51.22,
So I come watch it. If you want to
Conan
come,
51.42,
Who's up next?
PCA 53.08.
Well, not after this one, looks like.
So we've got our next heat of boys lining up here. To see which team can get it to stick around the oval fastest. This heat's going to have Hopkinton, Hillsborough Deering, Wyndham, Campbell, Newmarket, Goffstown, John Stark, and Raymond. So very full heat here. Looks like maybe Wyndham off to a good lead. Hard to tell though. Totally wrong on that. Looks like Goffstown as well. And Raymond. Look at Goffstown. Really moving up. That's a great leg for them. So Goffstown's got a big lead here, heading to the third leg. Making that final handoff pretty late, but they got it off. It's Goffstown being chased by Newmarket. Newmarket's trying to get there, but Goffstown's going to hang on the entire way. Wyndham's right there as well. So it's going to be Goffstown at 47.84, Newmarket 48.16, Wyndham 48.66. Then Hillsborough Deering 49.05, John Stark 49.61, Campbell and 50.51, Hopkinton 51.40. We'll see what this final heat brings.
Girls stab, second flight. Girls stab, second flight. First and final call. Girls javelin, second flight. Head over to javelin.
We're gonna have Plymouth, Kingswood, Newport, Milford, Pelham, Lebanon, Sanborn, and Pembroke.
All girls competing in the 400 should be checked in and lined up at this time. Girls in the 400 should be checked in and lined up right now, please. Thank you.
Here's the final heat. They're up. And they're off.
All right, here we go.
Looks like Sanborn and Kingswood are off to a good start. We've got Milford. Actually, Milford's looking really good right now. Huge lead. Flying around the track there. Milford has it on the home stretch. Nobody even close. Kingswood's the only one, and Sanborn the only ones in the realm. But it's Milford across the line.
Woo! Good job, Josh.
And they take the win for that boys 4x1. So they're going to leave the blocks there because they believe the 400's up next.
So they were the last 4 heats.
So in this first heat, first of 5, we'll have Ackerley at Kingswood, Callahan at Derryfield, and Richard at Kingswood. I'm only seeing 2 out there right now. All right, so yeah, it looks like it's going to be only 2, so it's me, Callahan, and Richards.
At this time, we'd like to do a first call for girls and boys 300-meter hurdle. First call, girls and boys 300-meter hurdle.
Looks like Callahan's going to use the blocks. Richards is not. Always a debate in the 400 whether you want to use blocks or not. Looks pretty even to start. Nice head-to-head battle right here. Looks Looks like Richards is trying to put on a bit of a lead right now. But Callahan's still right there. Now they round the corner over halfway into the race. Callahan could be coming back now. She is on the inside. Looks like Callahan moves into the front. Onto the stretch. And she builds a good lead here. We're going to see what kind of time we can have. It's Abby Callahan of Dairyfield. Just under 120. So 119.43 for Callahan. Richards 125.41. Now on to our next heat. Going to be Miller of Merrimack Valley, Cecinas of Campbell, McGuire of Pembroke, Thompson of Newmarket, Stafford of Campbell, and Lovering of Kingswood. Here we go. It's like a good start for McGuire of Pembroke.
A reminder to coaches and athletes, we will have awards for the top 6 finishers in each event today. We have medals for the first place finishers and
McGuire, and then it looks like Cecinas is moving up as well.
together, and you can pick that up in an envelope before you go home this afternoon.
Lovering is right in there too. And now down the stretch, it's going to end up being McGuire, wire to wire for McGuire. Nice finish there. Then we've got Lovering trying to hang on for second place. We've got Cecinas in third. Then it's going to be Miller. So 113.46 for McGuire. Lovering 114.79. Cecinas 115.72. 116.46 for Miller. 118.55 for Stafford.
Attention, girls in the 300-meter hurdles. Girls running the 300-meter hurdles. We need you to check back in. We've resseeded the meet, so you have new hip numbers. New hip numbers for girls running 300-meter hurdles.
So we're going to have our third heat now. Third heat of 5. Seems we need a few girls to come out to hold blocks. So we're going to have Moore of Newport, Howd of Goffstown, Lesage of Milford, Quinn of Goffstown, Greenwood of Newport, Mayu of Raymond, Mutru of Milford, and Johnson of Dairyfield. And there we go. So they all start staggered. Looks like maybe Mutru of Milford on the outside. Maybe another Milford runner. That's going to be Lesage on the inside from lane 3. Also a nice run going for Johnson of Derryfield. So we'll see who has the lead heading onto the stretch. It is going to be right now, looks like Lesage. Stretching out a big lead. And she's going to hold on all the way to the line. A bunch of girls all right behind her. It's going to be Johnson in second place. So it's Lesage at 109.37, Johnson 110.70, Mutru 111.60, Hood 111.69, Greenwood 111.77, Quinn 112.08, Mayu 113.94, and Moore 119.16. All right, next heat's going to be Fish of Plymouth, Alperin of Timberlane, Silver of Campbell, then Rains of Kearsarge, Pietronero of Plymouth, Buchanan of PCA, Mertz of Pelham, and Chaudhry of Campbell. Looks like Buchanan of PCA is maybe in the lead in lane 6. Look on the inside, though, you might see Alperin of Timberlane. And then perhaps Rains of Kearsarge. Hard to tell. I do think it is Buchanan, though. Ooh, look at this, though. Lane 2, Alperin. Alperin looks really good down the stretch. Now we've got a battle from Pietronero. And it looks like at the finish, it is going to be Alperin taking the win. That was Alperin, 106.27. Pietronero, 106.53. Buchanan, 106.86. Silver, 108.06. Fish, 109.51. Chaudhry, 109.78. Mertz, 110.66. I believe Rains did not start. So we're on to our fourth heat. This is around the time where I'd say we might see a score out of this heat. However, this meet is not scored. Emphasis on individual performances, putting up times for yourself. Actually, sorry, this is Heat 5. So we're going to have Ellison Gregory of Hopkinton, Lucas of Merrimack Valley, our 100 winner, Coates of Milford, Bowden of Timberlane, who might be the top 400-meter runner in the state, Johnson of Timberlane, Madden of Hopkinton, Spack of Merrimack Valley, and Millie of Pelham. So watch lane 4 for Bowden. Excited to see a performance for her today. She won the 600 meters indoors at D1s. And she's trying to put up a good early season time. No question who's in the lead right now. She won Mia Champs last year's in the 400. Looks pretty strong right now. The pack chases behind. It's a good battle for second place right now as Bowden enters the home stretch. Looks like Coates is in second place. Down the line, Charlotte Bowden. Going to be 58 low, it looks like. Coach trying to hang on for second over Lucas, who has had a big day. And then also, yeah, Coach was second, so 58.57 for Bowden, 101.49 for Coates, Lucas 101.55, Madden of Hopkinton 101.70, Spack 103.45, Millie 103.50, Johnson 104.11, Gregory 104.56. Great heat there. So a 58.57 early in the season is not too bad in the slightest. So Bowden looking to go another campaign to win some big races this year. Her senior season of spring track. So we move on to the boys 400. It's going to end up being Forsyth of Holy Family Academy, Agbertoko of Holy Family Academy, and St. Pierre of Holy Family Academy. So this is one Holy Family right here of these three guys. So we'll see who takes it. Honestly, I can't tell who's starting in which lane anymore, so we'll have to see what happens when they enter the home stretch. Seems like one of them's gotten away. Rounding the bend. And that's going to be out of lane 6. That's going to be St. Pierre. But now he's got a challenge from Forsyth, and Forsyth takes the lead. And all the way to the line, Forsyth is going to be the winner right there. Forsyth runs 104.70, 105.85 for St. Pierre, and Agbertoko 110.67. Heat 2 of 8. Keating of Campbell, Reynolds of Hopkinton, DeFlorio of Pembroke, Grant of Raymond, Goulet of Raymond, Baxley of Campbell, Scanlon of Lebanon. We got a few guys here who seems didn't, oh, nope, they're actually just coming in to hold some blocks for these guys. Honestly, I'm not really sure what happened there because it seems like no one's using blocks except for lane 2, who already had blocks, and lane 4. That would be Reynolds and Grant. Looks like 5 guys in this heat. Does not mean there's a burger chain in this heat. Looks like on the outside it's going to be Goulet of Raymond, maybe? We'll see when it comes around. Looks like in lane 7, that's going to be Scanlon of Lebanon. Then in lane 2, coming back on him, is going to be Reynolds of Hopkinton, and a good finish from Raymond's Goulet. Then there's Grant of Raymond, Then we're going to have Keating of Campbell. So it was 110.81 for Scanlon, 111.09 for Goulet, 112.14 for Reynolds, 115.16 for Grant, 126.30 for Keating. On to Heat 5. All right, so we're going to have Larson of Somersworth, Brown of Raymond, Lambert of Raymond, Chizzy of Kearsarge, Rocha of Campbell. Then it's going to be Fillingame of Lebanon, DeChard of Campbell, and McNulty of Sanborn. Looks like that's going to be DeChard of Campbell, I believe, out in the lead. Or that could be Roca of Campbell. We'll see if he holds on to his early lead. Enters the home stretch that is from lane 5. That's going to be Roca of Campbell. But look at this. Chizzy of Kearsarge makes a big move, entering the final 100. Watch out from the inside from Larson as well, but it's going to be all Logan Chizzy in this heat. Nice finish there. He crosses the line in first. So Chizzy 101.19, Roca 104.60, Larson 104.72, DeChard 106.84, Brown 107.18, Lambert 107.42, McNulty 109.62, Fillingame 111.99.
There we go. All right. Wait a second.
All right, next heat is going to end up being Kanata of Sanborn, Gajowski of John Stark, Adhikari of Derryfield, Wilkinson of Hopkinton, Graves of Wyndham, Brown of Plymouth, and Newton of Merrimack Valley. It's like pretty even among our last 3 games. Or outside 3 games, at least. We're definitely not in last right now. Looks like it's going to be Brown of Plymouth with a slight edge. We got Wilkinson and Newton. Now from the inside, it's going to be Sanborn's Kanata. But from Plymouth, it's going to be Dominic Brown. To the line, he wins that heat. So 1 flat .75 for Brown. Wilkinson 102.01. Then Kanata 102.03. Gajowski 103.10. Newton 103.54. Graves 107.48. And now we're on to Heat 5. All right, we got Belcher of Plymouth, Van Hoff of Hopkinton, Kodka of Trinity, McGurk of Newmarket, Lambruno of Epping, Irving of Epping, and Green of Campbell.
We will be lining up at the
So now we're into the back half of the 400s. I think McGurk of Newmarket might be in the lead here. Off to a good start. They round the corner. Now on the stretch. McGurk leads the way. Kodka follows in second place. Our first sub-60 of the meet so far. Apart from Baton, of course, in the girls' race. That was McGurk, 57.10. Good run there. Kodka, 1 flat 45. Liam Bruno, 107.07. Van Hoff, 107.24. Green, 103.48. And Belcher, 105.66. On to Heat 6. We got Perrin of Hillsborough Deering, Hannum of Newport, Clark of Newmarket, Welch of Hillsborough Deering, Brunel of Pelham, Larson of Somersworth, Shepherd of Hopkinton, and Brennan of Plymouth Regional. Early on, kind of hard to tell. I would say maybe Larson of Somersworth, if that's him. No, that might actually be Shepherd of Hopkinton. Can't really tell, to be honest. Might be Larson of Somersworth in the lead. Do believe it is. We've also got Brennan of Plymouth right there. Yeah, it's not even close. Larson leads the way. And he's going to win that heat. So Larson was 56.91, Welch 58.24, Clark 58.58, Brunel, and actually they are gone now, so you can look at the results afterwards in SST results. Eckner, Naylor of Hopkinton's in this next heat, Wu of Newmarket, Diggis of Merrimack Valley, Jiang of Pelham, Loring of Sanborn, Reed Morell of Lebanon, Patel of Milford, and Acosta of Newmarket. There they go. Full heat of 8 boys. Say maybe Patel on the outside. Reed Morell's right there as well. Then Jiang of Pelham. They're really bunching together right there. Look at that group. Also, Diggis of Merrimack Valley is going to be in the fight. We'll see who has it coming off the corner. Looks like it's going to be Diggis. And then actually from Sanborn, Loring. Loring has the lead down the stretch, and Loring is going to take it. I will say on the inside, those boys running alongside him, they're getting a talk to from Chris the timer because he could not run alongside someone during a race. Hopefully nothing comes of that because it's early in the season. They didn't really know. But good lesson for the future. If you're watching this, do not run alongside your athletes during a race. You could get them DQ'd. Should be all right, though. On to our final. Then Loring ran 55.24, Diggis 46.43, Reed Morrell 56.60, Eckner Naylor 57.52, Jiang 58.07, Wu 58.24, Acosta 58.48, and Patel 58.68. All right, heat 8 of 8. Should see our victor come from here. We got Gilliland of Merrimack Valley, Hollingshead of Wyndham, Thurston of Kingswood, Lurvy of Pembroke, Pettingill of Timberlane, Draper of Pelham, Roth of Trinity, and Stafford of Kearsarge. All right, so far, Pettingill of Timberlane's out to a good start. Also look for Lurvy of Pembroke, who's moving up well. So Pembroke and Timberlane with Lurvy and Pettingill looking good so far. Say Lurvy is probably in the lead right now. Rounding that bend, they've also got, looks like Trinity's Roth with them. But it's Lurvy entering all alone into the home stretch. Brandon Lurvy. My apologies, that's Cameron Pettingill. Wait, no, that is Lurvy, my bad. Okay, I was gonna say. So Brandon Lurvy of Pembroke. In 52.30, good run there. Thurston, 53.43, Hollingshead, 54.33, Draper, 54.82, Roth, 55.72, Pettingill, 55.83, Gilliland, 56.34, and Stafford, 56.92. We're on to the 300 hurdles as the boys' 400 is complete. All right, we are here with our final heat of the girls 800 here at the Sanborn Invite. This heat's going to consist of, looks like, Maisie Emerson coming back from that mile, Nora Smith, Rachel Sixon, Addison Martin, Ava Buchanan, Sophia Upton, Leah Unger, Elizabeth Stewart, Leah Silverwatch, Juliana, Magnolia Redmond, Josie DiBiase, and Amelia Hill. So it's pretty close in terms of seating between Emerson and Smith. Looking for under 230 to start the season. All right, getting ready to go. Guns off, and we have started. So good start for Smith. Emerson's trying to get out there to go chase after her. Top two seeds are in the lead, though. It's two in front with one right behind. Emerson seated at 228, Smith at a 230. Looks like Upton is also right with them. Then Martin and the two PCA girls. But it's Nora Smith leading the way. It really is a giant pack, though. It's not strung out at all. 1 minute on the clock. We come down the stretch. And now moving into the lead is going to be Upton of Hopkinton, the 6th seed. But there are 8 girls all in that pack. Sixon moving around the outside. Emerson now on the shoulder of her teammate. Smith tucked into 2nd place on the rail. Martin kind of hanging out right behind them. And now Upton's trying to up the pace, and it looks like we're down to just 3. Emerson and Smith chasing after her. Martin's trying to hang in there. So we were 1:16 at the split. And now we have Emerson moving to the lead, our top seed. Trying to go maybe under 230. Can her teammate catch her? Can Smith catch her? It's Emerson. Now Smith moving around Upton. Smith trying to move back into the lead. She held the lead for about the first lap. Down the stretch, it's the two of them, our top 2 seeds. Emerson trying to hold off Smith. It is Emerson, Maisie Emerson of Hopkinton, to the line. And it's going to be a negative split, 229. And that could have been a nice finish there. Let's see. It was Emerson. 230.03. Barely missed sub 230. Upton ended up coming back and running 230.78 to go 1-2 for the Hopkinton girls. Smith was 230.81. Martin 232.63. Redmond 233.27. Sixon 234.31. Buchanan 234.57. Stewart 235.16. Unger 241.58, Hill 243.71, Silverwatch 245.29, DiBiase 250.22, and now we bring up the first heat of the boys. So we're going to go Day Piano from Hopkinton, Marshall from Hopkinton, Albee from Bishop Brady, Ditchard of Campbell, Roca of Campbell, Taylor of Raymond, Chevalier of Merrimack Valley, Brown of Somersworth, Larson of Somersworth, Moran of Kearsarge, Ross of Somersworth, Wadimena of Somersworth, Eldridge of Kingswood, Spring of Merrimack Valley, and Dubuque of Kingswood. So there's 18 guys in the heat. Going to be a crowded 800, although it looks like there's a few less than are listed. I think I only see 13 in this heat. That's still larger than average. So here we go. I see a lot of green in this heat. Looks like Hopkinton. And I did say that De Piano is one of my favorite last names I've seen. Of course, for all I know, it's probably De Piano, but I'm going to say Piano. I think it's more fun. It's a Hopkinton 1-2 right now. So we got 500 meters to go. It's going to be Marshall leading De Piano, or De Piano. And then we've got from Bishop Brady, that's going to be Albee. So our top 3 seeds are leading the way. There we go, so 111. Gonna see if any of these guys can approach 220. I have to close a little faster than they opened. Now it's starting to spread out a little bit. Marshall trying to pull away. His teammate, De Piano, is not letting him go. The 2 guys from Hopkinton leading the way. 200 meters left. Around the back stretch, they're at 1:58 in the clock. Now Marshall is starting to open up a gap. Looking really strong down the stretch. He's got 2:15 on the clock. See what kind of time he can put up. Opening up that stride. And he crosses the line, 2:24. So it's going to be Marshall running 2:24.75. De Piano 2:28.46. Albee 2:31.02. Brown 2:36.34. Deshard 2:37.90. Then Wadimena 2:38.08. Larson 2:38.17. Chevalier 2:45.73. $2:46.69 for Dubuque. Taylor 2:47.72.
What's the starting here or here? There?
Then 2:48.46 for Moran. Then Eldridge 2:49.41. And Spring 2:50.32. As we bring up our second heat, there are 4 heats total. We're going to have Z of Newmarket, Lozelle of John Stark, Blaze of Wyndham, Rose of Pelham, Bonarosa of Pelham, Wilkinson of Hopkinton, Pittman of Timberlane, Chassee of Kearsarge, Arell of John Stark, McNamara of Epping, Amavic of Raymond, Kadka of Trinity, Palino of Conant, and Weed of Merrimack Valley. And there they go. Our second heat is off. Looks like our early leader is Z, our top seed of Newmarket. He jumps straight to the front and starts building a gap. We'll see if anybody tries to bridge that gap. Definitely a bunched pack right behind him, but Z has gotten away, built some space for himself, and now we see the pack try to close on him. That might be Wilkinson. I recognize maybe the Hopkinton uniform. I could be wrong there. Could be Loisel of John Stark. Actually, I do think it is Loisel of John Stark. But Z in the lead. And no, sorry, it is John Stark, but it's Arell of John Stark. He's leading a chase pack that includes Pittman of Timberlane and Blaze of Wyndham. And now they've made up that gap on Z, and they're going to try to go around him, it looks like. So Arell, who is the 9 seed coming in here, has a chance to take the lead from the 1 seed. Looks like a group of 4 right now. I'm loving the spot of Timberlane's Pittman. Kind of stalking these leaders right now. Now as we go around the back stretch, it's going to be Arell still in the lead. We'll see who wants it. Look at this finish coming from, that's going to be Loisel. But now on the inside, what a move. Oh, my goodness. That may have been won by Pittman at the end there. That was a great finish. What a race. Pittman got it 2:19.73. Loisel 2:20.05. Z 2:21.21. Although I will be honest, I don't think that the results got Arell. So yeah, Arell is 2:19.71. So Arell actually got that heat. He's just not coming up on the results. So it was Arell in front. Then it was Pittman. Then Loisel. Z ran 2:21.21. Weed ran 2:25.58. Blaze ran 2:25.77. Amavic ran 2:29.98. Bonarosa ran 2:30.37. Rose 2:30.47. Wilkinson 2:32.98. McNamara ran 2:42.66. On to Heat 3. Stafford of Kearsarge, Steele of Kingswood, Hartshorn of Newmarket, Eckerberg of Pembroke, Price of Pelham, Tripod of Hopkinton, Lau of Pelham, Wilkinson of Newport, Crosby of Hopkinton, McLean of Monadnock, Bond of Newport, Renaud of Lebanon, Cisco of Goffstown, Chevalier of Merrimack Valley, and McCann of Goffstown. The wind's picking up right now. I wouldn't be a huge fan of that if I was on the starting line. It's going to be a bit of a headwind for the home stretch, but a tailwind for the back stretch. I never ran many 800s, but I always liked kind of trying to open up my stride in the back stretch in lap 2 and try to pull away there, if I could. So tailwind could help for that, but that makes the home stretch pretty miserable, so we'll see what happens. Right now it looks like Steele is out to the lead. Remember, Steele from indoors did a lot of longer distance events, maybe trying out something shorter this time. And he is going to the front. But really, it's a giant pack right now. No one really pulling away. You know, and as I say that, Steele starts to go. So it's going to be Steele in front. He leads the race. Over Pembroke, that would be Eckerberg. But Steele looks pretty strong right now. And now we have a move from third place. But Steele is all on his own. And actually, no, never mind. Looks like it's going to be Hartshorn right now of Newmarket trying to chase down Steele in second place by himself. The gap may be closed a little bit, but Steele looks pretty strong still. We'll see what he has for a kick. We enter the home stretch. Steele in front. He's pulling away now, using that distance strength to hold on at the end of the race. He runs 2:12. Nice finish here. Looks like Hartshorn tried to hold on, but he could not hold off. It was Tripod, I believe, who got second place there. We'll have to see what comes in. Yep, so 2:16.52 for him. Steele ran 2:13.31. Hartshorn ran 2:16.69. Then Lou ran 2:16.73. Eckerberg 2:19.33. Renaud 2:20.72. Crosby 2:20.94. McLean 2:21.06. Price 2:22.96. Chevalier 2:23.99. Cisco 2:25.91. Then Baton 2:30.42. And McCann 2:35.52. So we are on to our final heat. This could be a great race, a little bit of a D2 preview maybe. D2 800 preview. Going to have Sutherland of Plymouth Regional, Scorpion of Milford, Heyman of Plymouth, Graham of Conant, Tui of Lebanon, Paiva of Milford, Spera of Wyndham, Petersons of Pembroke, Gilliland of Merrimack Valley, DeMarco of Timberlane, Smith of Timberlane, Stewart of PCA, and Lewandowski of Wyndham. So here we go. 2 laps around. Scorpion gets the good start off the jump. So he might be the one setting the pace here. Now we've got D2 indoor 1,500 meter champ Tate Heyman trying to chase him down. That was one race that was a thriller for the ages. But Scorpion holds the lead. Of all the D2 guys, he was a top 1,000 meter runner this indoors. And it looks to me like Graham and Sutherland are in the right spots to make a move right now. Graham now gets a big boxed in. Sutherland comes on the outside. So now it's going to be Scorpion leading over Heyman, who's got Sutherland on his shoulder, and right on the inside there is going to be Graham. We got 1 lap to go. We're at 104. Could see a negative split. These guys are capable of it. Now it's going to be Sutherland falling back into 4th. Heyman now trying to get on the shoulder of Scorpion, Scorpion's trying to hold on. Heyman's now trying to make the move. Can Scorpion match him? Scorpion is matching him right now. They're going to come with 200 to go with Scorpion still being in the lead. A phenomenal way to hold him off there. And now, round the corner, it's Scorpion building his lead. He's increasing the pace. We'll see what the split's going to be for his overall time. He's going to enter the home stretch at 147. Kicking to the finish, it's Grant Scorpion. Now with daylight behind him, 157 on the clock. It is going to be a negative split. Barely misses sub 2, 201. Tate Heyman's right behind him. Aaron Graham, a nice kick there out of Paiva from Milford to get past Sutherland. So it's going to be 201.30 for Scorpion. Heyman 203.64. Graham 204.92. Paiva 205.92. Sutherland 206.16. Peterson's 211. Spera 213.39. Gilliland 216.10. DeMarco 216.49. Stewart no, hold on, we're waiting on the results there. Give you a minute. Lewandowski 220.12. Stewart 220.81. And then Smith's gonna finish up right there. 241.24.